Hey y'all, thanks so much for joining me today. Today I'm going to do the 2019 Thanksgiving tag. The lovely Peggy over at Color Me Influenced tagged me in this, and I decided that even though it is super busy this week and everything, that I wanted to just stop and do this tag because I really do love Thanksgiving. So thank you, Peggy, for tagging me in this. And I will link to Peggy below. I hope you guys will go over and see her Thanksgiving traditions as well. So question number 1 is sit down or buffet. And we have a buffet type Thanksgiving meal, and the reason we do is that our table just isn't big enough to have all the people and all the food on it as well. So we do the food in the kitchen, and everybody kind of lines up and gets their food. I know that sounds horrible, but that's what we have to do because we really don't have the space otherwise. And take it to the table, and then we all sit down and have our meal together. So it is buffet. I would prefer it not be, but I just don't have the space for anything else, so that's how we do it. Question number 2, what do you eat on Thanksgiving? We eat super, what I've always considered like traditional Southern Thanksgiving dinner. We have ham and turkey, and then basically a bunch of casseroles. We have green bean casserole and sweet potato casserole and mashed potatoes, and we have dressing and cranberry sauce and very traditional, and then desserts, all sorts of desserts. So that's what we have for Thanksgiving. Question number 3, what is your favorite Thanksgiving dish? And I would have to say that it is this homemade gluten-free dressing. It is a cornbread dressing. It's made with tons of sage and tons of black pepper, and it is so good with cranberry sauce. I could live on it. We only do it once a year. We only make this dressing one time a year, and it is just so delicious. Peggy, I noticed you said you don't like cranberry sauce. I'm going to encourage you to try it. The cranberry sauce we use is the cranberry sauce in a can, and we just shake it out of the can. By the way, the easiest way to get that out of the can is if you puncture a hole in the other end as well to release like that suction, because it's like suctioned in there, this gelatinous cranberry sauce. That sounded awful. It's so good. And we lay it out on a platter and we slice it, but it has to have the can rim indentions on it. It has to. And it is so good with the dressing. So incredibly good. So that's my favorite. Number 4, what is your favorite dessert? It's not real traditional, but it's Pioneer Woman's French, I think it's called French silk pie. It's a chocolate pie, and it's a really odd kind of recipe in that you use raw egg. We buy the pasteurized eggs and use those. I know some people are not comfortable using raw eggs, and even though we do get some really good fresh raw eggs or fresh eggs, I'm more comfortable with the pasteurized eggs for this, particularly since we serve, other people. So, but this pie is so incredibly good. If you've never had Pioneer Woman's French silk pie, I'm going to encourage you to try that, and I will link to that below. Even if you don't try it for Thanksgiving, you should really try this recipe sometime. It is really, really good. Question number 5, what is your least favorite side dish? And I really thought about this, and I honestly have to say that I do not have a least favorite. The stuff that we make is stuff that we usually only make one time a year. Sometimes twice, sometimes we'll have it for Christmas as well, but usually a lot of this stuff is one time a year, and it's all of our favorites. We make our favorites. So I don't have a least favorite. Question number 6, do you dress up for Thanksgiving? We don't wear sweat clothes, and since it's family and close friends and stuff, we consider that dressing up. It may be in jeans and just a shirt or something, but we're not in sweat clothes, so to us, we are dressed for Thanksgiving. Number 7, any traditions. We have so many traditions. From the really simple things like we have my great aunt Barbara's coleslaw recipe. That is the best coleslaw, the best. People who say, I don't like coleslaw, will try this and they're like, okay, I do like coleslaw. It's the best coleslaw recipe in the world. I like to give my daughters some gift that's going to be meaningful through the holiday season. Sometimes it's something as simple as like some Christmassy pajamas or something. Why did I say that like that? Pajamas or something. Something that's, if it's Christmas themed, something that you wouldn't want to wait to Christmas to give because then they wouldn't want to wear it. So something like that. I've done advent calendars for them, like makeup advent calendars or sock advent calendars, or just something that they can enjoy through the season. This year, and I can only say this because I don't think they're going to watch this before Thanksgiving, and they may not watch it at all, but this year, if you are watching it, girls, you get to know ahead of time. You might want to turn it off, cover your ears, because you don't want to know. This year, my middle daughter, Julia, had a best friend growing up named Layne, and Layne moved away a few years ago to Arizona, and she opened an Etsy shop, and she does things like this, like these earrings. That's why I'm wearing them today. I got them. I'm going to wear them for Christmas. She was actually in town for her friend, my daughter, Julia's wedding a few weeks ago, and so we talked about this stuff. And what I had her do was, she does Christmas ornaments, so I had her make each of my daughters their own Christmas ornament, and I will give them these on Thanksgiving so they can enjoy it through the holiday season. I wrote the year on the back because every year we like to get a special ornament for the tree. That's kind of been our Christmas tradition, and this year this is going to be our special ornament. I already actually have it on our tree, but I hid it, so the girls haven't even noticed it yet, but they're each getting their own special ornament for their own tree this year, so they can enjoy that and know that it's from Layne, and she has this small business, and she's a mom, and she's like a daughter to me, and so it's really meaningful to have this from her, and I'm kind of excited about that. One other thing that I got them is an devotion book, a Christmas devotion book, and I actually got me one and them one, and so I hope that we'll, in our text messages and stuff, that we'll read this devotion and then kind of discuss it as the holiday season goes on. So that's like a really neat thing. And one of the other traditions, it's something that we started way back. We used to go to Thanksgiving at my great aunt's, and then she got to the age that she wasn't hosting Thanksgiving anymore, and so we decided that we were just going to do it with ourselves, with our own family, and of course we have some friends and friends that are family, but I wanted to start a tradition. I wanted to do something that we could carry on year to year. So one of the things that I started way back the first year that we started having Thanksgiving at our house was we got these river rocks, and everybody writes the year on the rock and then what they're thankful for on the other side. And here's one from 2009, and on the other side it says family. And here's one that says Psalms 107:1. Now here's one from 2015. I don't even know who wrote these. And on the back it says unanswered prayers. So that's kind of interesting. We have one, this is, oh, I'm going to get touched. This is going to make me cry. This is one from 2010. And it says, I'm glad I have a son in Tennessee and some friends. And this was from one of our, he's a family member. He's part of our family. He's such a good friend and has been for so many years. And his mother moved here, and she actually passed away this last year. And we have this from her, and just so much. So what we do is we spread out the rocks. It's part of the decoration of on the table, and everybody can go back and they can look at the different rocks and see the things that we're thankful for from year to year. People like finding their old rocks. Hang on. Here is the bag. It's a gallon Ziploc bag of rocks with all the writing. And one year we did drawings on the rocks. You could do a drawing if you wanted to. So it's just this really special thing, and it decorates our Thanksgiving table, and we just really love it. So that's one of our most kind of cherished Thanksgiving traditions that we do. Number 8, where do you celebrate? Well, like I said, we celebrate here. We try to do it, and I think we've always managed to do it on our back porch. We have a screened-in porch. There was a couple of years it's been super cold, and we have actually hung plastic and still had it on our screened-in porch. We really like it out there. We like to do it out there, so that's where we have it here. And this year we're going to have between 15 and 20 family and friends that are so close that they're family. And so we're super excited to have it here. Number 9, what do you love most about Thanksgiving? And what I love most about it is just getting everybody together. I always say that we kick off our holiday season at the beginning of Halloween. We love the holidays here. We love them. It's the time that we celebrate the most, and we really love it. So I really love having everybody here, everybody enjoying a meal together, sitting down together. We do usually just some pictures. We snap some pictures, and it's just really meaningful time. Number 10, what are you most thankful for? I am so very thankful for my family, for our health, and so thankful for coming through this year, a really, really rough year. I'm so thankful for my friends, and that includes you guys. I'm so thankful for you, and that's it. So thankful, so blessed. And so thank you, Peggy, for tagging me in this. I'm not going to formally tag anybody in this, but if you guys would like to do it, I would love to hear. The reason I'm not going to formally tag anybody is because it is Thanksgiving week, and I don't know who will have time to actually get it done, but there's so many of you that I know love tags. Ketogenic Kim, I know you do tags all the time and love them. I know Nana Grace, Heather K, you said you love tags, and so many others of you. I'm sorry if I forgot, but I would love to see it. If you'd like to do it, leave a comment below. So thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you guys have the best Thanksgiving ever, and we will see you next time.